she didn't forget about that, like you were saying. That was, you know, that was in the soundtrack when she's lifting, when she's doing her training, and, you know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. She's thinking about those 3 fouls, and she's working every day to get better so that she can eventually come back here and win it.
So 17 points for Hawaii when it comes to the team standings on the women's side. That has them in 6th place. Long Beach State on the women's end is first. Men's end, UC Irvine has 32 early points. They are the leader. And our first heat of the men's 400-meter is upon us. Chris Good in lane 5, and he is starting out furiously, determined, driving those legs and running past the competition in breathtaking fashion.
Yes, he is, and he is poised. His arm carriage is great. He's powerful coming off the turn here. He's got his eyes down the track. He's looking strong coming down 100 meters to go.
He is in fine position, a qualifying time of 47:13. Could he surpass that as he tries to hold on?
We have a
Look
challenger.
out, DeMarc Jack gets past him in the end. That last bit of speed that he held, but Chris Good still right there in second.
Yep.
It seemed as if Jack, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, honestly. Here's a replay.
There he is.
Yeah. You got to stay committed all the way through.
One of 2 Matadors in that heat, so he officially advances. 8 advance to the final. Each top finisher in the heat goes on to the next round, which obviously is the final, and the next 5 best times. See keeled over there wearing the 8, well, and then there as well. That's Jock, senior from CSUN. And it's a team that has had its fair share of injuries, and they have talent in a lot of different places. It's can they translate good finishes in heats and then take that into finals?
Yeah, I talked to their coaches today, Justin Johnson and Devin Elizondo, the distance coach, and they're really trying for that. They're really trying to build momentum and fill in all their roster spots. Because like you said, they're talented. They're a talented team. They have some bright spots. They have fast runners, and they have far throwers, and they have talented field athletes. And they're really trying to make a push to recruit locally and have that Southern California presence there in Northridge.
And Chloe Clark joins us.
DeMarc, the very last second you were able to speed up and take the win. Talk to me about what it took and your mentality going through it all.
I really had to change gears, and once I felt myself reeling him in, I was like, oh, all right, I got it, and I just finished as hard as I could. That's basically what I did. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, DeMarc. Back to you guys.
Hard work paying off for DeMarc. Claims the first place finish in the first heat. So now to the second heat. Isaiah Emerson is in the most interior of lanes. He finished second in the final here at this event last year.
The regional mark is projected around 46.6 this year, so pretty quick actually for the 400 meters.
Winner of this heat, top place finisher, reserves a spot into tomorrow's final, which will field 8 entrants. Luke Devon, sophomore from CSUN, on the far outside lane on the stagger. CSUN has 2 competitors in each of the 3 heats in the 400. So they're looking to make some noise in this event.
Absolutely.
And let's see if they can do just that. So that's Devon on the far outside. Chase Walter trying to eclipse him. Interesting story with Chase. Came to Cal Poly as a baseball player and then made, oh, look out. UC Irvine athlete nearly getting in the way of things. But Walters then transitions to track and field and joins that team. And it's looking as if, Philip, he made a pretty good decision.
Yes. From the diamond to the oval.
But to glory could be Gabriel Martinez in lane 4 for CSUN. Isaiah Emerson is going to be second, and it will be Chase Walter. Not Walter, excuse me, Walter.
And that is what Cal Poly is going to need. They're going to need these points in these events to pull off the win. Obviously, we know where they are with the men's 15, but if they can sneak in here and get some points in the 400, in the 200, in the throws, we're looking at a competitive team here.
Well, he's competitive. Chase Walter, again, more on his story. He's running in the 400 and the relays, and he used to be on the baseball team for Cal Poly. He was a submarine-style pitcher. He walked onto the team in 2022, ran track last year of his high school, but that got cut short due to COVID, and then walked on, and then was found, and the coaching staff was like, yeah, you might be raw, but you've got running form, you've got athleticism, you've got talent. Those are the intangibles. You don't have to have those coached out of you. And look at what he's doing. He's also throwing the javelin.
Yeah, the throwing motion of baseball really lends itself to javelin, so that's such a great story. Love to hear it.
Yes, we got a lot of those. There's so many inspirational athletes across the board. And here's long jump. Chloe is with Chase Walter.
Are you ready to go? All right. Chase, I know that, talk to me about your approach and how you think that today went.
I thought today went well. Got the job done. Job's to qualify. Got it done. I threw jav earlier. Didn't do the best, but we can bounce back.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys.
He is a man of many talents. Wasn't happy with his performance in javelin, and then again used that as that motivation in the back of his mind as he finished strongly to book a spot into tomorrow's final in the 400 meter. Here's our third prelim in our final heat of 400 meters. So who is going to book a spot out of these entrants? Chris Pitts, senior from CSUN. Third to the outside in lane 6. There's our lineup, and we are underway in our third and final heat. Pitts redshirted last year. He's had injuries to deal with, and he is running with a purpose.
Yeah, he's the top seed in the men's 400 meters, and he's part of that up-and-coming Cal State Northridge team we were talking about, and he's showing that right now.
2 weeks ago was in Arizona at a competition and went 46-18 there. Coaching staff, Justin Johnson, said he is starting to perform like we all knew he could. Chris Pitts looks to be parading across the finish line first, cruising into tomorrow's final with relative ease and a 47:39 time.
And that's easing up in the last 15 meters, still running a 47 point. And what was encouraging about what you said about what Coach Justin Johnson said about Pitts, he's finally performing how he knows he should, or he should be performing. Oftentimes, coaches know more about the athletes than the athletes know about themselves. And it's really the job of the coach, or the gifted coaches, that can really help an athlete unlock their potential that they didn't even themselves know.
So many great points you brought up, and it might not be in the job responsibilities for being a coach, but you kind of have to be a pseudo psychologist.
Yes.
And to your point about Chris Pitts, Justin Johnson said about him, this has been a year where we've been trying to get him to realize that he needs to be more confident in himself and just trust his effort and trust his talent and let the rest take care of itself. And clearly it's showing up.
And that's a great story of excellent coaching and excellent execution on the part of the athlete there.
We're going to hear from him momentarily. It looks like Chris Pitts, winner for C